We have a little bit of a surprise announcement. So I would like to welcome up a good friend of mine, a friend of Winning Futures. He is a mentor, a former board member, advisor, and someone who has really made a great dedication, not just to Winning Futures, but to one of his mentees. So please welcome up Kevin Sutton.
Thanks, Chris. And just want to say what an honor to be here this evening and sit and listen to some of the stories. There's so many things out there in the world, social media and otherwise, that talk about negative things. And what an inspiration to sit here and listen to these students. Purpose, passion, potential, unbelievable. And I just give everybody a round of applause. I think it's just amazing. Because this is what it's about. This is what it's about, and what a wonderful message this evening. Many moons ago, I think I still had hair. My first day as a mentor at Warren Mott High School, and I was nervous. And in walked my first mentee. And this kid had a smile that lit up the room. And I thought, oh, we're going to be just fine. He's had this effervescence about him. And we became fast friends. He had lots of energy, sometimes under control, sometimes not under control, but lots of energy. And we hit it off. His name was Melvin Akins. And we had a good time that year at Warren Mott. Melvin, as a young man, had some challenges. He had not had an easy life. He had a family that loved him dearly, but he had faced challenges, and he had some challenges that year at Warren Mott. He ended up at community high school, which is something that happens sometimes when you maybe get off the path and need to get back on the path. And when Melvin moved over to community, you could see the light bulb go off. And all of the ambition that Melvin had, he had lots of ambition and a personality to match it. He knew that it was in jeopardy if he didn't get focused, if he didn't get locked in. So when he got to community, we had a lot of conversations about what he was going to do with his future, with all this ambition, with this $1 million smile, with this personality. And Melvin pulled it together. By the time Melvin graduated from community high school, he was valedictorian at community high school. Melvin went on to college, studied hard, Dean's List, was taking courses at Oakland University, working hard, finding jobs. He was working at the Detroit Athletic Club, meeting businessmen and meeting important people in our community, and he had those ambitions and he was on the path. But Melvin always had time. Melvin always had time for his family. He always had time for his friends. He even had time for his old mentor. We got together frequently. We would text, like many of you talked about, messages both ways of encouragement. We'd get together for lunch and talk about the things that Melvin wanted to achieve and his plan for doing it. He was so proud of having been part of the Winning Futures program, and he was putting everything he learned into those ambitions to try to reach those goals, and there is no doubt in my mind he would have done that. Unfortunately, in 2019, at the age of 24, Melvin had a tragic accident and we lost him. 24 years old, a life filled with potential. And in that moment, we think about the tragedy of having lost someone so young and all of the things they would have done. But in that moment of sorrow, we realized the impact on how many people that Melvin made in 24 short years. That personality, that ambition, that pride. And so together with Melvin's family, my wife and I got together and decided we need a scholarship every year in Melvin's honor to memorialize not only the wonderful young man he is and was, but to identify and recognize young people who have that same ambition, that same purpose, that same dedication. And so our motto for the Melvin Akins Memorial Scholarship is change the world by being yourself. And that's what Melvin did. He did every single day with his family and friends up until his final day. And I've heard so many of our speakers talk tonight about having that feeling of confidence that they could be who they are, and that helped them achieve their goals, turning weaknesses into strengths. And Melvin certainly did that. And so it's my honor to be here this evening with Melvin's family to present our 2024 scholarship. And kind of the fun thing is we don't tell the person who it is. We don't let them know until the moment arrives. And so I am very excited out of a wonderful group of students that this year we have chosen Lena Youssef as the Akins Memorial Scholarship winner. Come on down.